where the magic happens. It is a special place, La Scala, where the past meets the present and the future. When we do La Bohème, we always do this production from 1963. And for the audience, it is very important. Of course, it is a mission for La Scala to show the world that we did not stop in 1963. So we have new things, but it is also interesting to show the audience of today what we did in the past.
Maestro Arturo Toscanini was both the principal conductor for a time and returned in the 1920s as musical director for 8 years.
Following the rules of Wagner, Toscanini decided to create a pit because thanks to that the orchestra is hidden and the audience is concentrated only on what happened on the stage.
And have a clear view of Rudolf Nureyev dancing or Maria Callas performing La Traviata.
The great thing is to know that La Scala creates operas. This season we will have an opera based on Il nome della rosa, the famous masterpiece of Umberto Eco, The Name of the Rose. Maybe you remember the film with Sean Connery. Well, we will do an opera on that.
And expect no less from La Scala during the Winter Games in 2026, with perhaps a touch of symbolism.
That we will do the whole ring of Wagner, and we will do it 2 times, and the second time will be during the Paralympic Games, and the entire world is expecting that. So we are so anxious and so happy to have it, really.
Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
Katie Pavlich, future host of Katie Pavlich Tonight.
Smart insight.
It's not just about Venezuela. It's about Cuba.
Ready to get started.
Welcome to the team.
Great to see you.
Katie Pavlich Tonight premieres January 19th at 10/9 Central on News Nation.
Sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's and master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I cannot help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
From Ashley, our New Year's mattress sale makes it easy with Ashley Sleep starting at only $249. And take advantage of no interest for 5 years when you shop in store. That's top brand mattresses starting at only $37 a month. Only at Ashley. First Bank. Friendly faces and trusted banking since 1907.
From your local news authority, local, in-depth, community. You're watching KFDX3 News at 5. Home of Super Bowl 60 and the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Good
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Dylan Jimenez. Blood donations are urgently needed across Texoma as supplies drop to critical levels. Annie Young joins us with why the shortage is becoming a serious concern and how you can help. Annie.
Our Blood Institute says blood inventory levels have dropped dramatically compared to this time last year. So much of that emergency imports of type O blood are now being brought in from outside the region. I spoke with OBI officials about why donations are down and why they say giving now is critical to keeping hospitals prepared.
Whatever your blood type is, don't let that deter you that we need specific types right now. We need all types always to keep our shelves nice and stocked for everybody who needs it.
Our Blood Institute is urging the community to go and donate. The most needed types of blood are O negative and O positive. But as Jessica said, any type of blood is needed. Blood is used for a wide range of emergencies, and officials are urging the community not to wait until an emergency happens to go give blood. Tune in tonight on KFDX 3 News at 10 for the full story.
Always critical to be giving those donations. I think you can save up to 3 lives with just one donation, so very critical at this point in time. Annie, thank you so much for that story.
Of course, thank you.
Oquana City Council will once again consider changing the name of the Three Rivers Ballroom. This is the third time in the last 3 months the council has tried to change the name. The change comes as some councilors believe the hotel occupancy tax is not being used properly. The money is currently going to the Chamber of Commerce. The name change would allow the city to move funds from the chamber to the ballroom. During the meeting, councilors will also speak with the state hotel occupancy tax representative on the do's and don'ts of the Chamber of Commerce process. Chamber Executive Director Carrie Lindsay is also expected to give a report to councilors. The meeting is this coming Tuesday beginning at 6:30 that evening. Now let's check in with John Cameron for a look at the weather. And John, a chilly start to the day, but it seems like it's warmed up a little bit. It's nice out there.
Yeah, I think this afternoon was really about as nice as a day can be, with high temperatures in the mid and upper 50s. Still in the 50s, but we're probably about a half hour from sunset. Temperatures will tumble into the 40s pretty quickly, and we'll spend the better part of the night into the 30s. We are seeing some high feathery clouds work their way into North Texas. I'll show you that on a really cool time lapse, but they're not going to play a significant role in our weather over the next 12 to 24 hours. Headed out later tonight, temperatures fall to the 40s and then to the 30s after midnight with light south winds overnight. Coming up later in the half hour, we'll talk about sunshine still playing a dominant role in our forecast. Temperatures perhaps as warm as 70 degrees, but falling as we get toward the second half of the work week. I'll have more on that coming up real soon, Dylan.
Alrighty, John, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you. Last night, protests in downtown Austin led to multiple people detained. At one point, law enforcement used a chemical irritant to try and disperse the crowd. Governor Abbott released a statement last night on social media saying, quote, Texas Department of Public Safety not putting up with defiant protesters, and following up with, Texas is not Minnesota. These comments, along with yesterday's protests, were one of many across the country against immigration and customs enforcement. The protests are in response to a video of an ICE officer shooting and killing a U.S. citizen in Minneapolis who was behind the wheel of a car. Federal officials have defended the officer's actions and called the driver of the car, Renee Good, a domestic terrorist who was using her car as her weapon. And staying in the Lone Star State, proposed changes to licensing fees from Texas health officials could shut down small hemp businesses. Officials have proposed new rules which would raise licensing fees by as much as 13,000%. Manufacturer licenses would jump from $250 to $25,000 per facility per year. Retail registrations would go from $150 to $20,000 per location. The rules also call for stricter THC testing, age limit set to 21 or older, and mandatory product recalls. Supporters argue the fees are necessary to strengthen oversight and protect minors. Critics believe the changes could wipe out small shops and push consumers to unregulated markets. Public comments on this plan will continue until January 26th. However, it's unclear when the rules will take effect. But back here at home, thousands of meals are ready to be sent around the world to those in need, thanks to the hard work of volunteers at First Christian Church this weekend. Yesterday, hundreds of volunteers packed the Taft Boulevard Church to prepare 25,000 meals consisting of rice, soy, dehydrated vegetables, and 20 essential vitamins and minerals. These meals will be delivered by Rise Against Hunger officials worldwide to communities in dire need of the supplies.
Senior Minister for First Christian Church, Pastor Mark Bender, says seeing this, many volunteers show up to help those in need just speaks volumes about the Wichita Falls community and the people in it.
We've got 4-year-olds out here. We've got 94-year-olds here, and in everything in between. And so there's a role for every person and ability. And we love that we can see the work, the results of our work in about 2 hours. That it'll take 2 hours to make this happen, and we can walk away by lunchtime celebrating the good work we've done.
Pastor Bender says this is the 7th year they prepared meals for Rise Against Hunger and says they have no plans on stopping anytime soon. If you'd like to sign up to help next year, we'll have more information inside the story over on TexasHomepage.com. And tomorrow marks the final chance for Vernon College students to sign up for spring semester courses. Over at Vernon College, classes for the spring semester begin this Wednesday. That's why the campus is hosting on-site registration tomorrow, where the entire staff will be ready to guide students through the registration process before classes begin. It's all happening starting at 8 tomorrow morning until 5:30 that afternoon over at the Vernon campus and Century City Center. No appointments are needed and walk-ins are welcome. At the event, you can also find out important dates when it comes to course schedules, changes, and payment deadlines. Well, stick around. John's full forecast is coming up next. Later, a new study reveals an everyday item for most households is a major contributor to microplastics. We'll be right back.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
U.S. Now, from KFDX3, Texas Weather Authority with John Cameron.
All right, John, so kind of at that average mark where we should be here right now. So it was a pretty pleasant day. Of course, you probably needed a jacket if you're outside.
Yeah, fairly quiet weather as we make that jump into the next work week. Temperatures are on the way up. That's the good news. But then they're going to tumble a little bit as we get closer to next weekend. But all in all, we've seen worse. We've certainly seen worse in early and mid-January. Now, here are the forecast lows. These will occur occur right around sunrise, which lately has been around 7:40. And I feel like our sunrise has been around 7:40 for at least a week now. 34 to start your day in Throckmorton, 31 Graham, 32 Archer City and Seymour, 32 for Jacksboro and Bowie, also Henrietta, 31 the morning low for Wichita Falls and Vernon, 32 for Quanah, 28 for Altus, 27 for Lawton, and 31 for Duncan. Almost a soothing time lapse as we look west from Bowie over the past 2 or 3 hours. These wispy, feathery ice crystals, the very thin clouds, kind of inconsequential clouds, but really is making for a pretty sunset across the area. 55 degrees now at Shepherd Air Force Base, the dew point of 27 indicating very dry air. And on a January night, always welcome when we don't have much in the way of wind. We topped out at 56 degrees after a morning low of 32, so kind of average temperatures for this time of the year. The records, our record high, fairly recent from 2017, that's 9 years ago. And then back in 1962 on this date, December 11th, we dropped to 1 below. Let's hope that stays a record for much, much longer. A lot of wind, especially middle of the week. Wednesday still stands out as the windiest of the next 4 or 5 days. Kind of a typical Texoma breeze for tomorrow and Tuesday, but then we're talking about strong winds, perhaps out of the north on Wednesday. I don't see a major drop in temperatures. Temperatures fairly steady over the next 5 or 6 days. Show you that here in just a little bit. Here's how those wispy, feathery clouds look on the satellite shot. Thick enough to obscure our sun in central and south Texas, but here in north Texas, well, not so much. Starting at midnight tonight, the Futurecast brings some of those wispy clouds into our region tomorrow morning, perhaps even into the afternoon hours. Looks like we'll call it partly to mostly sunny for north Texas. Clear skies for southwest Oklahoma for tomorrow. And then as we make our way into Tuesday, some of that cloud cover produces rain down the Permian Basin, I-10 corridor, but it looks like any rain chances are going to stay well to our south through the day on Tuesday. So overnight tonight, morning lows right around the freezing mark, 31, 32 degrees, a light south wind. Sunrise for your Monday is 7:40. And then for tomorrow, just an improvement temperature-wise on today under mostly sunny skies. We'll make it to probably the mid and upper 50s by noon, highs in the mid and upper 60s with a southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And in the 7-day forecast, temperatures continue to climb through Tuesday. Notice gusty north winds on Wednesday, but not a dramatic drop in temperatures. But as we look to the coming weekend, we see temperatures returning to seasonal averages for this time of the year.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today. Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
You're watching KFDX 3 News.
Plastic water bottles can be very convenient, but a new study shows they might actually be harmful to your health.
Listen to this. New research reveals that disposable water bottles are one of the most common sources of microplastics.
Mike Saparis has more on what else the study revealed.
They're extremely convenient, but may be doing extreme harm, drinking from plastic water bottles. New research finding people who use them daily are ingesting significantly higher amounts of microplastics compared to those who don't, which could have long-lasting impacts. It's estimated people consume 39 to 52,000 particles of microplastic every year from eating and drinking, but the amount spikes to 90,000 particles if you regularly drink water from plastic bottles. That's according to new research from Concordia University published in the Journal of Hazardous Material. These particles are generated during the manufacturing, storage, and transportation of these bottles and get released with exposure to sunlight, temperature change, and physical manipulation. They're barely visible to the naked eye, typically less than a millimeter in size, and can seamlessly enter our bloodstream. The head of the study saying, "Drinking water from plastic bottles is fine in an emergency, but it is not something that should be used in daily life. Even if there are no immediate effects on the human body, we need to understand the potential for chronic harm." The long-term effects of microplastics in our bodies remain unclear, but early studies indicate high levels of exposure can lead to hormone disturbances, impaired reproductive function, and nervous system damage. The author also notes that even though governments around the world are working to limit plastic waste, they've had a narrow scope focused on items like plastic bags and straws, saying it's essential that lawmakers take aim at regulating single-use plastic water bottles to reduce their use.
Alrighty, stay with us. MJ's in next with sports.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up.
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop bullying.
normalization. Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. Are you coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
MJ Baird from the OSTC Sports Desk, your complete orthopedic team.
Kind of a slow week in Midwestern State athletics. Not a ton of games, but the basketball teams were finally back at DL Ligon Coliseum. 34 days between home games. Long time, from December 5th until January the 8th. The return to the Dome brought a tough task. Nationally ranked Lubbock Christian in town. Here's the women's game. Final score 73-62 in favor of the Shaps. Kirby Cash led the way with 15 points and 11 boards. Couple of Texoma talent made their return to the area in this one. Former Nocona Lady Indian Meg Meekins. She plays big minutes for the Lady Shaps. As a true freshman, by the way, she's second on the team in scoring, too. In this game, Meekins was held below her season average, just 9 points, but she dished out 6 assists. That's a career high. The other local product who now plays for LCU is Maddie Dollar, the former Newcastle Lady Cat. She played 17 minutes against MSU. That's a career high. She scored 8 points and pulled down 7 rebounds. Those two helping Lubbock Christian hand Midwestern State its 5th straight loss in Lone Star Conference play. The Maroon and Gold back home for 2 games this week. Thursday evening, 5:30, hosting Eastern New Mexico, and Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock under the Dome against West Texas A&M. As for the men, Chaparrals 73, Mustangs 68. That's your final. LCU hitting 10 three-pointers en route to the victory. It is now a 6-game losing streak for the Mustangs. 4 of those were Lone Star Conference matchups. Up next, just like the women, 2 home games on the docket this week. Midwestern welcoming nationally ranked Eastern New Mexico Thursday. They'll tip off after the women's game around 7:30. And then again on Saturday, another nationally ranked opponent. The Buffs of West Texas A&M are in town. Just like Thursday, they tip off after the women's game on Saturday. So call it around 3 o'clock. You see both of these teams Midwestern is facing this week with big winning records. The Mustangs are just 4-9. In the celebration, it continues for the national champions. A championship parade is on the books for the MSU men's soccer team. Here are the details. Sunday, January the 25th. That is 2 weeks from today. It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll start at the Sykes Center Mall, and it'll end on campus over at Stang Park. I've got a map for you. Kind of hard to see, but I'll read it to you. They're going to start at the corner of Midwestern and Maplewood. They'll parade east down Midwestern Parkway, taking a left onto campus, right in front of the softball field, and then they're going to loop around and end up over there on the soccer field. Fans, you are invited to line up along this route and cheer on the D2 national champions. After the parade, there'll be giveaways, food trucks, and an autograph opportunity with the players. I know this map may be hard to read on your television, so we've got it posted for you right now over on our website as well. Just head to the sports tab at the top. All right, playoff football in the NFL. America's team was at home watching, just like you and I. Here's an AFC wildcard matchup between Josh Allen and the Bills against Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. 4th quarter, Bills lead by 3. Trevor Lawrence finding Travis Etienne for a 14-yard touchdown. Jaguars take a 24-20 lead with 4 minutes to play, but lots of time for the Bills as they drive way down the field. Tush-push from a yard out. Josh Allen is in. Now the Bills in front with 60 seconds to go, and this interception from Cole Bishop, that seals this ball game. Buffalo 27, Jacksonville 24. The Bills go on the road and get an opening round win. Buffalo travels to Denver next week to play the top seed in the AFC, the Broncos. In the game that's being played right now over on Texoma's Fox, it's the NFC wild card at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, the Eagles and the 49ers. Here we are in the second quarter, 7-6 San Fran. 4th and 2, Philly going for it in the red zone, and the Eagles get it done through the air. Jalen Hurts slinging a 9-yard touchdown pass to his tight end, Dallas Goedert. Philly taking its first lead of the game, 13-7. This game just came out of halftime. It's the third quarter right now. Philadelphia leading San Francisco by a score of 13-10. The 49ers have the football. Again, if you'd like to watch that game, just flip on over to our sister station, Texoma's Fox. Last but not least, one more game tonight, right here on NBC. Sunday night football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The New England Patriots hosting the LA Chargers in an AFC wildcard matchup. You can watch this game right around around 7:20 here on NBC. All right, that is going to do it for this look at sports. We'll wrap up the news right after this.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. And how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
There's a new star at News Nation. Her name is Katie Pavlich. Smart insight.
Not every situation is the same, so we can put our critical thinking hats on.
Ready to get started.
Let's talk about it.
Katie Pavlich Tonight premieres January 19th at 10/9 Central on News Nation.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
NBC and Peacock.
All right, the day planner for your Monday, starting off frosty, temperatures low 30s, but we're mid-50s by noon and under sunny skies and light winds. We're mid-60s tomorrow afternoon, so all in all, not too bad. Looking ahead to the 7-day forecast, we're in the 60s through the better part of the work week, then temperatures tumble just a little bit. If anything, they return to averages for next weekend.
All right, looking good. Sounds like a good week. All right, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us.
NBC Nightly News is next, followed by Football Night in America. We'll see you after Sunday Night Football, and go Patriots.
My friend got a new vape, and I thought I'd try it, and I have some favorite flavors and safe options.
You need to know when it comes to coping with anxiety in high school. First, do vapes help?
Okay, so vaping, is it actually bad for you?
You're both already searching for answers when it comes to vaping. It's time you talk, and we can help. Find support and tips for talking with your kids at talkabouttobacco.com.
Nerve damage or neuropathy has many causes, such as diabetes, chemotherapy, alcohol use, prescription medications, spinal arthritis, stenosis, or herniated discs. For many people, it's not just one cause, but a combination that accelerates the damage. Neuropathy is progressive. Left unchecked, many people eventually lose their independence and end up in a wheelchair or assisted living. No matter what you've been told, there are no prescription medications that stop neuropathy from progressing. They only mask the symptoms while the damage continues. But I want you to know there is hope. At Falls Clinic, we use state-of-the-art technology to find the root cause, stop the progression, and give your nerves the best chance to heal. Don't wait. Schedule your consultation today and imagine the possibilities of feeling great again.
Besides that, it's Sunday.
First Bank.
Much of that emergency, imports of type O blood are now being brought in from outside the region. I spoke with OBI officials about why donations are down and why they say giving now is critical to keeping hospitals prepared.
Whatever your blood type is, don't let that deter you that we need specific types right now. We need all types always to keep our shelves nice and stocked for everybody who needs it.
Our Blood Institute is urging the community to go and donate. The most needed types of blood are O negative and O positive. But as Jessica said, any type of blood is needed. Blood is used for a wide range of emergencies, and officials are urging the community not to wait until an emergency happens to go give blood. Tune in tonight on KFDX 3 News at 10 for the full story.
Always critical to be giving those donations. I think you can save up to 3 lives with just one donation, so very critical at this point in time. Annie, thank you so much for that story.
Of course, thank you.
Oquana City Council will once again consider changing the name of the Three Rivers Ballroom. This is the 3rd time in the last 3 months the council has tried to change the name. The change comes as some councilors believe the hotel occupancy tax is not being used properly.